Alright, so if you were wondering how to increase the efficiency and DPS of your Gunlancer, then this is the correct video for you. It's specifically for Chaos Engine, right? And so I'm using a Lone Knight build, which is the red build for Gunlancer. You can also use the blue build, which is Combat Readiness. The difference is that Lone Knight just has more crit and crit damage, but that's not essentially necessary for this Chaos Dungeon because, you know, Chaos Dungeon is just big groups of mobs and hordes, and you just want to group them all, hit them with a big AoE, clear them in one shot, and then the bosses, you just want to like gun them down in one shot as well, right? And so having a little bit more DPS with Lone Knight, you know, it's not necessary. And so these are my engravings right here. Level 3 on Supercharge is not necessary, but it's very, very nice to have because all your charge skills are going to be reduced by 40% or increased speed by 40%. Lone Knight, again, this can be combat readiness, and you don't really need levels in this as well. The most important thing to know is your skills. So I'm gonna open up my skills here, and the two most important skills is gonna be your Geralt's Thunderbolt. Is it Guardian? Why is it? Oh yeah, so Guardian's Thunderbolt. This one's going to be super, super important, right? So these are the tripods. I have Undying Heat, which is minus cooldown on this. You want to use this all the time. You just spam it, so it's really nice to have more cooldown. And you're going to take Tough Strike, which is just increasing the damage by 25%. If you have enough DPS, which I doubt you have because you're watching this video, you can go for more AoE, but I do recommend going for more damage here, 25% more damage. And then your third tripod is going to be this lightning stock, which is going to make your Thunderbolt do a cross shape kind of style hit, and it's going to be increased by 50% more damage. The second most important thing, or maybe actually I think it's probably the most important thing, you're going to need bleed runes. So I have this bleed rune paired up with my Thunderbolt here, and the reason is because the Thunderbolt doesn't have enough DPS to actually just one-shot stuff, so the bleed is going to take care of that for you. The second skill, which is very, very important for AoE kind of kills, is going to be your taunt skill. It's called the Shout of Hatred. Shout of Hatred, I went for more AoE, but you can also go for more cooldown, just like the Guardian's Thunderbolt. The second tripod is going to do 200% more damage on just lesser or normal foes, which is just, you know, the normal mobs and stuff. This is not going to affect the bosses, but we don't really use taunt for bosses, right? And then the third tripod is going to be the open weakness. It's just more shield meter. That's going to be important when you're tanking stuff, right? And then the third skill, so those two skills, the Thunderbolt and the taunt, those are going to be your AoE mobbing skills. And then the third skill is going to be your scatter shot, which is your surge cannon. Is going to be your big DPS skill. You're going to use this on bosses, the big bosses, the ones that come out of those red crystals or whatever you call it. But these are the tripods that I'm using currently. Scatter shot, which is going to be shooting in four directions. It's going to be like a cone shape. That's going to be very nice. You just got to get used to the positioning. But it's really easy. You just kind of run in a circle, get all the mobs together, and then you can just shoot them all, right? Easy peasy. The second tripod is Overcharge. Overcharge just increases more damage. You're going to get a charging meter, so that's going to increase your output damage by 60%, and this is going to include that supercharge engraving as well, so it's going to be doing really big damage. The third tripod is Focus Fire. You're going to hit 4 times in a row, and total damage is going to be increased by 50%. So this is going to be your big DPS damage. I also forgot to mention the AoE skill, the taunt skill. That's also on a bleed rune as well. So I have a rare bleed rune, which is 4 seconds on taunt. And then on my Thunderbolt, I have a bleed rune, which is 5 seconds. So I'm going to get into a fight right now in Chaos Dungeon. And I'm gonna show you guys how effective this skill build is. I'm also going to be utilizing my guard meter or my shield meter every time I want to use my surge cannon, just so I can have more HP up, more shield up. And all of these other skills, they're not really necessary to use. So in this video, I'm probably not going to even use them much. You can use your bash for more attack damage, but you don't need that necessarily. You can use this before your surge cannon, which will help take down mobs or take down the bosses. But for the mobs, usually Shout of Hatred or the Thunderbolt with the bleed runes is enough to take care of that. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna do my chaos dungeon run, and I'll see you guys on the other end.